Good morning. So today is a class that's going to be like completely down on the floor from pretty much the start to the end. So I'm asking you to have a block. I forgot the block. A block, and pair of dumbbells. So we're going to think about strengthening, as obviously dumbbells mean shoulder and arm strengthening. But we're going to be using the block to have a conversation between the lower half of the body and the upper half as we are activating the arms and shoulder. And you're going to see the difference that it makes to building up a lot of strength in a way where we are stable, which will be the bottom part, and a way where we are actually moving, which will be the upper part. Okay, so let's go with this kind of observation in mind, and to keep. And earlier this week, I came with the alert, awake, awake, alert, and aware, and we're going to keep with this concept through the practice. I'm inviting you to moving with really a high level of consciousness and to be in integrity, with how you feel and what you can actually do on the day, which is right now. So coming and just resting onto the floor. I kept my knees bent. You don't have to, you choose for yourself. And then I'm coming with turning the palms of my hand up to face the ceiling. And I'm inviting you all to actually do that movement. And then just landing here the way we usually do standing, just coming into the body. And you can invite that visualization. What I see here as I land in my body is particle of dust. When we've dusted our piece of furniture and then everything is up in the air. And very gradually, the particles drop back and find a way and a place to land again. And that is us giving enough time to settle and to drop down, because we're lying down, to drop in the back of our body there. But that's also into the sole of our feet, into the part of our arms that are touching the mat, the back of our head, feeling, sensing your shoulder, your shoulder blades. I'm inviting you to breathe and to bring that breath in. And allowing, when the breath is in, allow it to diffuse itself the way the particle of dust have. So big breath in. And at the end of that breath, holding the breath retention. And then a gentle exhale, release. And feeling your body traveling towards the mother or into her soul, leaving a greater imprint into a moist soil. Beautiful. And we're going to take our right hand and gently inhale and lifting it up to the ceiling. Exhale, letting it fall behind you. And traveling back. Inhaling, going all the way to the starting point with the palms up, resting to the floor, and then out again. That's one. And we're going to do exhaling back down. And the last one. Inhaling. And exhaling back down. Opposite side. Picking up the left arm, going all the way to rest behind you. And on the exhale, travel back. Twice more. In your own time. And last one. And this time we're going to allow for the arms movement to be circling up. And on the exhale, circling down. And twice more, circling up. And allow the reach. Remember, we're always reaching with our hands as we move. And the last one. So simple movement, but they tend to be really lovely. We're going to take our left arm, cross to the right side, and finish with circling. So we're circling, but we're going across our body and finishing on the left side. Last one, circling across. And staying with the left arm and reversing the movement. So we start circling on the left side, then we pass our head, finish on our right side across our body. And those movements are medium in terms of the pace. We're not going too fast, but we're not going too slow. We're simply warming up the shoulder girdle. Okay, right side, across my body, landing on the left side. And if you feel like it now, I feel like my head is ready to move, allow for the head to follow the hand. And sometimes it's not the head, it's your eyes as well. So be an observer of the hand movement. Beautiful. And this time around, we reverse the direction. So we start to the right, above our head, and we go to the left and across. That's 2. And that's 3. Beautiful. And end up with both of your arms by the side of your torso, palm is up. You inhale, both hands travel forward to the ceiling. And we're going to reach. Reach with the right hand, shoulder blade is off the mat, and land it. And twice more. Reach and land. Reach, land. Back to the same on the left side. Reach and land. Reach, land. Last one, and land. Together. Okay, and my head stays on the mat for the moment. Both of my shoulder blades are off the mat, and I land. Last one. That's it. Next one, next time you reach with the hands, pick up the head, and then go and reach in front towards your knees. So we're coming into a flexion of the spine and reversing the movement, landing, and start again. Reach with your arms, pick up the head, look towards your knee, and try to reach for your knee. And release. Last one. Reach, lift, look to the knee, and release. Beautiful. We're going to pick up our right knee with our left hand going across. Okay. And opening up that leg, point and flex. And bending again. And that's all we're going to do with it. Opposite side, right arm, right hand, left knee, hold, open up that leg, point and flex a few times, and close. Beautiful. Picking up both knees together, knee hold, and roll yourself from side to side. Okay, so that should be enough movement for us to start the practice. Taking a first pair of dumbbells. Okay. Your knees are going to stay bent. Your feet are really anchored to the ground, and so is your lower back, as you know. Okay. I'm facing my dumbbells are facing one another. Thumbs are facing one another. And then I take it and I bring it, bend my elbows, and land just at the edge of my head and pick it up. And then close to my head, and then I step back a little bit and I pick it up. Close to my head, I step back a bit, I step back a bit, and I pick it up. Okay? So it's going to be on the exhale. 1, 2, 3, inhale back up. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale back up. That's it. So lower back on the floor. Feet connected, jaws and teeth relaxed. Good. We'll have a couple more this way. Last one. So what was our third step is becoming our first step. So we bend the elbows, go as far as we can from our head. That's going to be 1, closer, 2, 3, close to our head, and we pick it up. So we reversed. 3, 2, 1, and pick it up. And pick it up. Pick it up. Couple more times. Last one. And pick it up. Beautiful. Taking your dumbbells, and this time, let me show you. We are, my thumbs are facing the screen, okay? I keep my knees bent, and I'm just going to open to the side and come back. And I open to the side, and I come back. I bend my knees so you see better. Keep your knees bent, sorry. And come back. And come back. Beautiful. A bit more. Last one. Beautiful. And back again now, where dumbbells are side by side and your thumbs, the thumb of both hands, are facing one another. And then you open up and you go again to the side and you come back. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. And release. Okay, we're going to have now those 3 movements with the block between our knees. Okay, so let go of the dumbbells for the moment. Take your block and set it up that it's holding yourself nice and steady. Flex both feet, okay? So let me remind you, the closer the block to your torso, the less core engagement, and that might be enough. The further away, the stronger the core activation to hold it. Okay, so this is super steady, and that's what we stay. And notice before we use the dumbbells, how much energy expenditure and musculature is being required to hold this pose. Okay, so we're going to add on our work with the dumbbells now. So back to the first practice, which is 1, 2, 3 behind the head. We are working our tricep. So we start inhaling up, exhaling close to the head, another step behind the head, and bring it back. Remember to connect with the lower half of the body as well. 2, 3, pick it up. 2, 3, pick it up. Yeah. Last one, we're doing 6 of them. And we're going to reverse. Next time we land far away from the head, step back towards the head. Good. Few more. And notice where it's burning. If it's burning, might be a bit of a shake. So if you need to pause, you pause, and then you come back. Last one. And release. Beautiful. We're going to take the dumbbells with your thumbs are facing the screen, and then you open up to the side. No room with my, okay? You open up to the side and you bring it back. And that's 2. Keep your feet flexed. That's 4. 2 more. Beautiful. And then have your thumb facing one another and same movement, different hand hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful release. That's a really good tricep and bicep work. Let go of the block. Come nice and long. And we see. Close the door. We see. Sorry, sweetie pie. And then relax. And give yourself a real rest. Good. And then we're going to go back with our block between our legs, okay? So we're going to just use the block for the moment. You're going to take your hand, interlace your hand, set them on the back of your head, okay? And then we're just going to drop the block. So the heel come down, walk away the heel, walk away the heel again, and bring it back up. 1, 2, 3, pick it up. Does that remind you of something else? 2, 3, pick it up. Last 1, 2, 3, pick it up. Okay, reversing, starting really far away and coming back towards the tailbone. Good. Last one. Another one, just for a good measure. And release. Good. And again, once more, letting go of the block, hug your knee, and roll from side to side. Good. Right, for the next movement, we'll use the block again. Make space around you because we're going to fall on the side. So take the block in the same pose between your knee towards your calf, okay? And I'm going to have my arms as a T. Okay, my dumbbells aren't too far from me just in case I need them. And we're just going to keep the arm for the moment as a T on the floor, palms up. And we're going to go towards one side. And you don't have to go all the way. And pick it up. Squeeze the block as you do so. Squeeze your block. And pick yourself up. I remind you, you don't have to go all the way down to the floor. 3, 4. At one point, you might find yourself closer or onto the floor. When that happens, you are going to land on it. Beautiful. Feet are flexed. Keep squeezing the block. Okay, and then turn your head and look towards the left hand if your knees are towards the right side. Okay, we're going to take our dumbbells. So make sure it's a light dumbbell. If it's too heavy, don't do it. Like I took my pair is too heavy, so I won't use the dumbbell. You inhale, lengthen that left arm, and then you lift back all the way to your right hand. Okay, so don't move. Stay in that pose. It's a good pose to be in anyway. I'm just going to play with other dumbbells. Okay, so we are all here. Okay, and then you inhale and you bring that dumbbells back up and behind you. Okay, so let me be very clear. You are using a dumbbell if it's not too heavy. Okay, if you don't have any other ones, don't force it. You could injure yourself, so it's really not worthwhile. And out again, and the movement is still very potent with no dumbbells. Beautiful. Okay, and then go back onto your hands nice and flat, facing the ceiling, and then bring yourself back. Good. So hold the pose. Realign the spine to the center, natural curve, and then begin the journey on the left side. And bring yourself back. Squeeze that block. Okay, and once you are resting on the left-hand side, okay, give yourself a beautiful twist. Look towards your right-hand side. Pick up your dumbbells if you have one to pick up. And then begin the journey, inhaling across to land on the left hand. And opposite side, inhaling and exhaling back down to the right side. Have your head following the movement. Keep squeezing the block. Don't lose the connection to the block. Four. Let's do a last one for good measure. Beautiful. And release the dumbbell if you had one. And call onto the leg, the power of the core, and bring yourself back. Nice. You can take that block out just for a little while. Give yourself a hug and rolling from side to side. Okay. Okay, pick yourself up. We're going to use our dumbbells again. Okay. So one at a time to start. So use that block again. And this time we're starting behind us. So let me remind you again, lower back is scotch on the floor, feet are flexed, and then we're just going to pick it up and rest the dumbbell by our hips and coming back one at a time. And drop it back. And we're only doing 4 or less. Okay, it's always depending on your dumbbell's weight, okay? So one while I'm going to work with my left arm and I rest my right arm by my torso. And then coming down, picking it up and going back. Should your dumbbell feels a bit heavy, try to bend your elbow to lift it up and to land it. Don't lock your joints of your elbow. Last one. And release. Beautiful. Release those arms. Shake it, shake it. Good. And let go of the block. Okay. We're going to roll and put ourselves onto our knees. Okay. So this week we did a beautiful practice. I don't know if you felt it after. I personally did it. I felt it. I felt it in the pecs, but in that attachment that actually hold our breast up, to be honest. It's just here. You can actually go and poke it. So you start like, it's not in the armpits, it's above, just here on the corner. And then you can, and if you contract it, you're going to feel it, okay? So I felt it, and it's very good for our breasts, meaning it's very good for our back. You understand that anytime we can keep that breast up closer to our chest, it's actually a big relief on our back, okay? So what we did was, remember, going really nice and wide and with on the knees, and then we were going down one side and coming back, and down the other side and coming back. So let's do that work, which I started already. Press the tip of the fingers into the floor and then shift yourself, okay, from one side to the next. And do as much of them as you can. Okay, we're going to change. Okay, finish left, right. Come back to center. We're going to do 4 of them on the left exclusively. So repetition, left side, pick it up. Left side, pick it up. Left side, pick it up. Last one, left side, pick it up. Right side, pick it up. Right side, pick it up. Right side, pick it up. Last time, pick it up and release. Stay on your high knees. You don't have to go and be on your, you don't have to sit on your heel. You can stay here and give yourself a few release into the hands. Okay, we're going to take, might stay on our high knees actually for that practice. Take our dumbbells, okay, and we're just going to lift. We're back to the tricep. Lift, alternate, left, right, left, right. Inhale left, inhale right, left and right. Few more. Last one. And release. Good. Then we're going to go and pick up those dumbbells. Look where they are. They're like close to my hip flexors. And inhale up and bend the elbows behind. And pick it up. So notice here that I have a slight bend in the elbows. Remember I said let's not hyperlock the knees, the elbows. Down. So the movement is rather slow. Last one. Come back. And we're going to go across. Pick it up. And down. Pick it up. And down. So I have alternated my arms. Good. Last one. Beautiful. Coming to the side. So that's the one we did earlier on. We're working the same muscle, more or less. Good. And release. We're going to go back to the floor for that series for the high back. Okay? So we're doing 6 alternating, 4 to the left, 4 to the right, and that will have us finishing the practice. So lengthen the spine. Look towards your left hand, bend the knee, and pick yourself up. To the opposite side. Pick yourself up, lengthen the spine. So we inhale on the way back up. We exhale as we go down. And we're halfway there. Remember that you don't have to go all the way down. You go wherever you can. Okay, let's repeat till 4 on the left side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pick yourself up to the right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pick it up, release. Okay, we're going to go into little bicep wrist curl to release the tension. You can open your hands and close. Okay. Your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 can be added. Beautiful. Hold your forearm and then make the little movement of the hand and the wrist. Opposite side. Beautiful. And rub your hands. Stretch your arms. Side bending. Come back. Side bending. Come back. Bend those elbows. Beautiful. And release. And then finding your quiet pose, quiet space to finish the practice.